They need to take ownership for educating other people about their religion. There is a void. There is a massive void that is being filled by just listening to the media or watching the media. That is where people are getting their education from. We don't go to the media to learn about math or English or social studies or about any civilization. We go to institutes and we go to educators. It's time that Muslims became those institutes, became those educators to eradicate a lot of the nonsense that's being circulated as teachings of Islam.
Jazakallah khair, Brother Mufti Asim Rashid. Ladies and gentlemen, he really nailed it on the head. It's education. Education is what counts. Ignorance, hatred, it doesn't exist if you don't understand. If you actually have knowledge of what you're seeing, how can you be afraid of it? How can you be ignorant of it? So let us know one another, and let's know what we're dealing with. And let's also not forget that we represent Islam as a Muslim. As a Muslim, you're an ambassador of our faith. There are people that purport to be Muslims, and they commit every kind of atrocity. Bombings, killings, murder. They are not Muslims. They do not represent us, and they never will. My dear respected brothers and sisters, there are hard heads and extremists in every religion and in every race. The human tragedies that we have seen since the dawn of time has been through hate, hatred, and fear. By shining a light of knowledge, of compassion.
For most of my adult life, I have fought for and encouraged minority activism and for its inclusion in the political discourse of this country. Not as a Muslim, but as a proud citizen of this multicultural nation. At almost every turn, I encountered problems in the form of prejudice and discrimination because of who I was. Sometimes overt and sometimes subtle, but it did exist and I experienced it. A few words on the people of Rohingya, the forgotten ones. The scale of violence against the Rohingya community in Myanmar's Rakhine state, documented in a recent United Nations report, is a level of dehumanization and cruelty that is, quote, revolting and unacceptable. Who said this? The UN Special Advisor on the Prevention of Genocide. The prevention.
Leaders of different countries or ministers or MPs come and visit Canada, they look and ask, why is Canada different? Why is Canada such a great example of diversity? And I think it's been because we've really worked very, very, very hard for years and years. It's in our DNA to have multiculturalism, to cherish the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, which is now 35 years old. And our leaders have upheld that. Specifically, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and our Liberal government has really steadfast on the values of the Charter and to make sure that each and every one of you feel equally at home as anyone else, are helped out and assisted. So I want to ask you all to be very generous tonight to give a lot of your money for this great cause. And in doing so, I think you'll be very happy because you get a great portrait of your family for free, thanks to the generosity of some folks just before us. So thank you, and I wish you guys all the best on this great...
Islamic Relief is just a bridge between your goodwill and the people in need. So give yourselves and them a very warm round of applause. We're well behind schedule, so I won't make the introduction for Mahdi quite long. The fact that you bought a ticket and you're here means you know who he is, you know what he does, you've seen the YouTube videos of him doing various debates, and there's so very much, so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, good evening, peace be upon you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Come on, Vancouver, you can do better than that. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. That's a bit better. You're not boarding a flight for the US. You can speak in Arabic. Nothing will happen to you. I promise. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.
والصلاة والسلام على رسول رحمة العالمين وعلى سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Just look at this tired, suffering, miserable faces who have done nothing wrong. Who, when you look at their normal lives, even without the long conflict that's been going on, you look at the most gentle, easiest going people, the most poorest people on earth. Should they deserve what they're going through? They don't. They don't deserve it. United Nations has declared that the ethnic cleansing in the Rohingya and in Arakan is one of the most devastated and the longest of all time.
And that's when I got the idea of running across Canada, because I think, unfortunately, people only pay attention to you when you do something crazy like that and when you're going through a lot of heartache. So I started last Monday in Canada Place. I've made it a Chilliwack so far, and I guess the journey keeps going from there on.
That's